Michelle Bishop, for once sitting where you can actually see that she is in front of a fireplace.
Hey everyone, welcome back to PAVA IRL, the blog that shows you what PAVA looks like in real life. This is episode 3 of our socially distanced fireside chats. Fireside chats. And this week, we're going to be talking about doing virtual voter engagement and getting involved in the National Disability Voter Registration Week. And now you may be asking, Michelle, didn't NDRN just recently hire a voter engagement specialist specifically to take that work over since you're already kind of busy with voting rights? And you know what? You'd be right about that. Take it away, Jack.
Jack Rosen sitting on a blue couch in front of a white wall in his apartment.
Hi, this is Jack Rosen here with the National Disability Rights Network. I'll be guest hosting the special edition of PAVA IRL. And in this episode, I'm going to be talking to you about how you can be involved in a great event being put on by our friends over at RevUp. That event is National Disability Voter Registration Week, which is taking place next week from July 13th to July 17th. Now, voter registration this year has certainly been difficult. The numbers show that unfortunately, despite this being one of the most consequential elections of our lifetime, voter registration numbers are way down compared to 2016. Largely, this can be attributed, of course, to the current pandemic, which has made it very difficult for campaigns and nonpartisan groups such as ourselves to conduct traditional in-person voter registration drives. But despite the challenges we are facing, now more than ever, it is important to find creative ways to register voters with disabilities so that we can have a real impact on this election and the political debates surrounding disability. So, for that reason, here are a couple of options for what you can do even in the COVID era. First off, you can conduct a virtual voter registration drive. In the majority of states, people can register to vote online or at least partially online. Have a day or even a few hours between July 13th and 17th where you announce that your staff will be working to register voters with disabilities. You can walk those voters through any and all questions they have regarding the registration process, and you could do this either over the phone or via Zoom or another web conferencing service. One great resource for all of this is the Rock the Vote voter registration tool. They have a great, easy to use tool, and it has been tested for screen reader accessibility. And make sure to pre-announce this registration drive via social media and through your mailing list so that your clients are aware of this opportunity to get registered or update their current voter registration. And also make sure to post it to the voting forum in the P&A forums so that we can help promote your event. Another option is to try to do a limited in-person voter registration drive if your office is open and you have the necessary personal protective equipment available. You could set up a small booth in your lobby or entrance and use a plexiglass divider to help keep both you and the clients safe. Alternatively, weather and space permitting, you could even set up a small booth on the sidewalk or in the parking lot of your P&A office, wherever doing so is possible. That way, individuals would be able to avoid being in a confined space and can reduce their risk of transmitting or catching COVID-19. Again, with this type of event, you should try to make sure to promote it online through social media, your mailing lists, and in the voting P&A forum. Make sure to post to that forum so I will see it and be sure to pass it along for promotion. Finally, a couple more things you can do. Monday, July 13th at 3 p.m., myself Michelle Bishop, who you may know as the regular host of PAVA IRL, Ronaldo Fowler from the Arizona Center for Disability Law, and Rashida Singh from RevUp will be presenting a webinar on voter registration in the COVID era, changes to voting rights brought on by the pandemic, best practices for engaging in voter registration and voter engagement, and how you can be involved with National Disability Voter Registration Week. Be sure to sign up for that webinar. There will be plenty of time to ask questions and to share ideas on how we can most effectively register voters during this pandemic. And lastly, I'm proud to announce the launch of our new voting webpage. You can go to www.voterswithdisabilities.org and check out stories from activists and everyday people with disabilities explaining why voting is important to them. To kick things off, we have a couple of familiar faces sharing their stories. Imani Barbrin from Disability Rights Pennsylvania and Zach Borodkin from Disability Rights New York will be talking about why voting is important to them. And if you have any clients who would like to be featured on this new website, please don't hesitate to reach out to me either over email, through the voting forum in the P&A forums, or to have them contact us through the new Share Your Story button on this web page. Once again, that web page is www.voterswithdisabilities.org. Well, that wraps things up for this special edition of PAVA IRL. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing all of you at the webinar on July 13th. Have a great day, and thank you for watching this video.